Hi, welcome back. Today I will be talking about my onstage injuries. Yes, I have done theater for the past 4 years. I first joined theater my freshman year of high school. Due to Rona, I can't act currently, but I do plan on acting in the future, possibly full time. I don't know for sure. But yes, my first onstage injury happened, I think, well, I know it was my sophomore year. It was this spring musical called Town. It was basically about a dystopian town with a drought, okay? And it's Town as in piss. So Piss Town, basically. I think you can figure it out from there, like what the show is about. But yeah, it was either during the songs Snuff That Girl or Run Freedom Run. It was one of those two songs, and I was one of the main dancers. So I was downstage. So if you know your stage directions, hopefully you do. If you don't, okay, you'll figure it out. What I mean later. I was downstage. Okay, so I was dancing with the main group, and we had a secondary group in the back who was the tambourine chorus. So basically, they just hit the tambourine to the beat and danced in spot, okay? So they didn't move around the stage until they had to. Well, at one point, my group was going back near the tambourine chorus because we had to intertwine with the tambourine chorus. So, like, the tambourine chorus would move forward, and then we would move forward. Like, we'd just go back and forth. We had to go in between them. Well, at one point, when I was trying to run backwards in between two tambourine chorus people, one tambourine person like that and just full out swung the tambourine backwards and bopped me right in the nose, right on stage. It was second night too, so it was a live audience. I just got bopped right on the nose. I stumbled backwards. I was like, huh? I just continued dancing, like, because it was just ingrained in my brain at that point. I was like, oh man, my head, because that hurt. Have you ever been hit by a tambourine? That shit hurts. Like, damn, I didn't think it would hurt that much, but it did. But luckily, I was still able to finish the dance. I was able to get off stage, and people were like, everyone saw me just get whacked. I didn't fall over. I kept on going like a trooper, but everyone saw me get whacked. I got backstage, and everyone's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, but that really hurt." I'm like, "I have a headache too, but I'm just gonna keep on going." And they're like, "Okay, okay." So I finished the show with just a headache, minor injuries. My nose never bled. I never got a cut nor a bruise. I was fine. It just hurt like a bitch when I got hit. The person who hit me apologized, which I didn't care because I knew it was an accident in the first place. Um, After that, the next time I got injured on stage during a show would have been 2 years later during my senior year. Was it the play? Yes, it was a play. So it was called Peter and the Starcatcher, which was basically a prequel to Peter Pan. Okay, so you figure out how Peter Pan became Peter Pan. You figure out how Neverland became Neverland. Figure out how Tick Tock Croc became Tick Tock Croc. You figure out how Captain Hook became Captain Hook. Okay, and so on and so on. But it's a play with music, so we had to sing and dance at points. Okay, and it wasn't opening night; it was second night again because second night curse. I'll get into that on a later video. Oh yeah, second night curse. I shit luck second nights of shows. Everything always seems to go wrong for me. But we were dancing, okay, and I was dancing with my my group, okay, on stage. Right. On stage, right, we were dancing, okay. And live performance, live audience, just sitting right in front of us. I'm doing fine, okay. I had to run off stage to get a rope and run back on, okay. Well, I ran off stage to get the rope, grabbed the rope from backstage, ran back on, but I was running full sprint forward, okay, to get back to my spot as fast as possible. Because right after I grabbed that rope, I had to move, like just get somewhere else. So I was full out sprinting. Yet again, someone decided to full out swing their arm back and just basically just knuckle first, bitch slap me right on the nose. They did on accident. Okay, I know it wasn't on purpose, but just boom. And the momentum of me running and them going as hard as possible nearly, well, it did topple me over. I did fall. I basically fell on stage. But what happened was I got bopped and I stumbled backwards because it just shocked me and all the momentum. And I tripped and I fell, but I never hit the ground. Two people behind me caught me midair and then boosted me back up. And I just acted like nothing happened. But I don't know if I got whiplash or what, but everything was blurry. I had a massive headache. I was like, "Oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue," because I couldn't see shit. Okay, I couldn't see shit. I could barely move. I don't even know if I was moving on stage or what. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I was just like, okay, just gotta go with it, go with the flow. As long as you act like you belong, you belong. The audience is not gonna notice. Um, but that happened, and I recovered during the song. I figured out what the fuck was going on and where I was and blah blah blah. Later in the show, yes, two injuries in one show. Okay, we had to do another dance number, and yeah, here I'll get up to show you what, because it's kind of hard to explain. What we had to do was we had to act like we were pulling a rope, okay? So we had to go up like that and down like that, and then pull, okay? And pull. Basically, act like we're pulling a rope on a ship, okay? Because we had to act like we were on a ship. Well, when I was doing that, I realized that my left leg was a bit too far back, okay? And I was like, okay, whatever. As long as I don't put too much pressure on it, I'm good. Well, we had to pull this 3 times. Okay, so we had to go pull, pull, and then one last pull. Well, on that third and final pull, I realized I put too much weight on my knee. And all of a sudden, I hear just a pop. And at that moment, I knew something was wrong. And right after that pop, I felt a sharp, like very sharp pain. I've never felt a pain like it before. Just felt like someone stabbed me in my knee with a knife. It was so painful. But luckily, at that moment, I had to run off stage anyways, like for the part of the show. So I ran off stage like I had to. And I went up to people. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I was doing that. I put too much weight on my knee and I felt a pop and a pain in my knee. I don't know what's wrong because my adrenaline's pumping, so I don't feel shit. But something's wrong and I don't know. And we're talking, we're like, okay, am I able to continue? I was like, yeah, I'm able to continue because I don't feel anything. I didn't feel any pain in my knee. I just knew something was wrong. And we're like, if you don't feel anything, keep on going because otherwise it's gonna look weird if you just don't go on stage. And I had lines later too, and my understudy didn't know shit. So I continued the entire show with an injured knee. It wasn't until what, like 2 to 4 days later, did I figure out I partially dislocated my knee on stage that night, and I walked on it for nearly a week. I walked on that knee for 6 days, okay? Never went to the doctors. My parents were just like, walk it off. It's probably nothing serious, probably just twisted something. When on the 6th day, I went to go stretch my left leg because, I didn't stretch it for 6 days because it was in so much pain. So I was like, I really got to stretch my legs. It really felt like I had to stretch my leg. So I went to stretch my leg and I lifted it up and I stretched it. And all of a sudden, I hear another pop noise. And then it, that pain, that sharp pain, came back, but 10 times worse than the first time. The pain was so bad that I literally collapsed on the ground and screamed. Well, not screamed, but yelled and said some not so nice things, okay? Because I was just in so much pain. But that pain only lasted for like 5 to 10 seconds. And I was like, well, that's weird. My knee is fine now. And as I was laying there, I'm like, wait a second. I can move my knee perfectly fine now. I can do whatever. I got up and I was able to walk on it perfectly fine. I was like, what happened? Like, I didn't know what happened. And then it just hit me. I was like, oh, I just relocated my knee. So, yeah, those are the stories of my onstage injuries throughout my 4 years of high school. I nearly got smashed through a table in front of a live audience. I'll tell that story another time too. But if you guys liked the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. The English. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you didn't, hit that bitch anyways, because why the fuck not? And I'll see you guys in the next video.